Who am I? I've asked myself this question for years now, trying to figure out the man I would become. The problem is, life doesn't always give you the answer, no matter how much you ask. I'm slowly learning that that's something you have to decide for yourself, not wait for it to happen to you. At first I thought I would work repairing computers, and I actually got a job at an Apple repair store when I was 15. At the time, that was actually my dream job and what I was going to college for. But I soon realized that wasn't what I wanted in life. So then I was with the same question that I asked before. Who am I? Hi, my name is Colton Bullington. I am a writer and a philosopher. I also turn my poems into music, books, movies, and YouTube videos. And it was hard to say that. Two inspirations that helped me be able to say that are Unus Annus and Diogenes. Unus Annus, being a channel that lasted for a year, taught me that time is valuable and short, and that the most important thing is doing what we love while we are alive. And Diogenes, being a philosopher that was homeless and lived in a barrel. He taught me that it doesn't matter where you are in life. The only thing that decides who you are is your mind and your title that you give yourself. A little bit about me, who I am, and my philosophy. I like to show people the poetry I see in life and in death. I wonder that maybe death is not only a part of life, but is life itself. Life was always meant to be temporary. And by life, I mean the consciousness that decides to live in your body. I contemplate what is life and how it exists in the universe, where, as to all we know for sure, everything else is dead, well, lifeless. I also think that life often has complicated questions, but simple answers. But people can have a tendency to ignore the simple answer, even if it's completely obvious, instead looking for a more complicated but comfortable answer. It took me a long time to figure out I was a writer, even though I've been writing since I was a kid. It was my immediate passion without me ever realizing it. But that was because all the rules people put onto writing. Writing, simply put, is an art form and shouldn't have rules, and I'm not talking about grammar. Now, in all of my poetry, I've either bent or completely ignored the rules. And because of that, I never thought I was really good enough to be a writer. One memory that I remember from writing as a kid is I would write these newspapers in a small hand notebook, like I would see reporters do on movies, and I would sell them to family members as a kid for 25 cents. And then I would take them back to resell. It's weird to think I had a strong passion for writing even as a kid, but never actually thought of it as a legitimate life choice, because I never thought I was good enough at writing. And because I mumble and I stutter, I often have to slow down and think about my volume and pace for some people to understand what I'm saying. And I'm actually doing that right now in this video. Also, my handwriting literally hasn't changed since the 3rd grade, even though I have full notebooks filled trying to write neatly. And because of all that, I never really felt like I could tell people what I really wanted to. I was limited by my words. So I chose to try and help people feel it instead. And when I make art, the whole thing is art. Not only do I tell you and show you what I mean, I want you to feel what I mean. I want you to feel the emotions I feel while making it. So I often toy with the rules and the structure of the art and try to explore new areas while giving you something you feel in your heart. It's almost like you, the person watching, figures out this puzzle to what could potentially be a new emotion that you've never even experienced before. Or not. But I hope it's an adventure, nonetheless, and you keep wanting more. Because honestly, I love doing YouTube, I love doing this stuff, and creating content. Honestly, the only thing on my mind whenever I think about death is not being able to share my ideas. I'm still insecure about my ideas, but I still feel the need to share them. Like, I need to share them. So basically the point is, don't let others control your image of yourself. The most important person you need to believe in is yourself, and you decide who you are. So from this video on, everything in my videos and art, that you see elsewhere, if you decide to check it out, it has a purpose for being there, even if it's a mistake. I often like to put mistakes in, and leave them in, because sometimes it's part of the history while you're making that art, and sometimes it can actually make it better if you just, change something up or give it a try. I don't know, I guess I believe there in the whole Japanese tradition of fixing broken pots with gold. So, yeah, I'd appreciate it if you checked out my older stuff. You can do that if you want, or check out my music. I have SoundCloud. Soon I'm coming out with a Patreon. I'm gonna have podcasts. I have a lot of plans for the future. Y'all know what to do. Peace.